Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful handmade red rose, from petals to sepal to fully assembling the flower. Before we begin, let's quickly go over the materials you'll need. For yarn, red yarn for the petals, green yarn for the sepal, brown or green yarn for wrapping the stem. Then, a crochet hook that matches your yarn size. Also, a scissors, a wooden stick or floral wire for the stem. I am using a used refiller of a pen which was readily available in my scraps. And glue for attaching everything together.
Alright, let's start by making a slipknot. Here's how I do mine. Place the right strand over the left, twist to form a loop, and then pull the tail through. Insert your hook and tighten the loop by pulling the other side. And there we have our slipknot. Now we're going to chain 47. Yarn over and pull through the loop. Continue this all the way across. Try to keep your tension even, because these chains form the base of our petal. We'll be creating one long petal strip. Chain until you reach 47. Once you have your 47 chains, we'll begin row 1. We will be making 46 half double crochets in row 1. So, this is the first chain, this is the second one. Half double crochet for this round will start from this second chain from the hook. So yarn over. Insert into that second chain. Yarn over again. Pull up a loop. Yarn over. And pull through all 3 loops. That's your half double crochet. Now continue making 1 half double crochet in each chain across. By the end of row 1, you should have 46 half double crochets. We reached the last of row 1 dot, and now we will make the last double crochet. We have 46 half double crochets. Now we'll start creating the structure that gives the petals their curled shape. First, chain 5. And turn your work. Skip those 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 6th chain, make a double crochet. So yarn over. Inset the hook into the chain. Yarn over. Pull up the loop. Yarn over. Pull through 2 loops. Yarn over. Pull through remaining 2 loops. Now, we have our first double crochet in row 2. Next, skip the next 2 chains. And into the next chain, make a double crochet. Now chain 3. And to the same chain where the double crochet was made, make another double crochet after chaining 3. This forms the first V shape. Repeat the steps. Skip 2 chains. Double crochet into the next chain. Chain 3. And double crochet into the same chain. This is how the pattern is formed. Continue this repeat across the entire row. Keep doing this pattern until you reach the very last chain. In that last chain, instead of the V shape, simply work 1/2 double crochet to secure the end. So yarn over. Skip the 2 chains. Insert the hook into the 3rd or the last chain. Yarn over. Pull up. Yarn over. Pull through all the 3 loops. And that's the end of row 2. And this is how it looks like after finishing row 2. Now we will move to row 3. This is the magic row where the petals actually form. Start by chaining 3. Turn your project. Now look at your work. You'll see lower holes and upper holes created by the V shapes. First, we're going to skip the lower hole and work into the first upper hole. Into that first upper hole, make 7 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now move down to the lower hole. The smaller space. And make 1 single crochet. Now, repeat this pattern all the way across. 7 double crochets in the next upper hole. One single crochet in the next lower hole. This is how it's going to look like. Continue repeating until you reach the last upper hole. When you reach the final upper hole, Complete your last group of 7 double crochets. Then, into that same upper hole, work 1 half double crochet to finish the curl neatly. To secure everything, slip stitch into the very first chain of your foundation row. Now chain 1. And cut your yarn to your preferred length. And pull the yarn through to fasten off. Give it a gentle tug to tighten. And there we have it. This is the petal strip for our red rose.
Now we're going to crochet the sepal, the little green leaf-like structure under the rose, so that it makes rose look realistic. I am taking this green colored yarn for making sepal. First, we're going to make a magic ring for the sepal base. So, take the loose end of your yarn and lay it across your fingers. Now wrap the working yarn around your first 3 fingers, crossing it over to make an X shape. Insert your hook under the bottom strand of the X, then hook the top strand and pull it under the first one. Now hold the yarn steady, yarn over, and pull through the loop on your hook. Now, we have magic ring. Into the magic ring, crochet 6 single crochets. When you're done, and if you are a beginner, make sure to keep a stitch marker to the very first chain, so that no stitch will be missed. This is the first chain. I'll place a stitch marker there. Now, gently pull the ring closed. And finish off by making a slip stitch into the very first single crochet. So, I am taking off the stitch marker from the first chain. And insert the slip stitch into the same chain. Now we have our magic ring for the sepal. And for row 1, first chain 2. So we will insert the next stitch here, into the next chain next to where we made the slipknot. Into each stitch around, make 2 double crochets. This means every stitch gets an increase, giving you 12 stitches total at the end. I am inserting the stitch marker to the first chain to keep the track of chains and rows. Continue the row by making 2 double crochets into each chain. This is the last chain to make double crochet. And we have 12 double crochets now. Finish this round with a slip stitch into the first chain. So, take off the stitch marker from the first chain of row 1 and make a slip stitch into the same chain. Now we will make the first pointed leaf of the sepal. I will say the chain sequence for one sepal point now. Please follow accordingly. First, chain 7. Now, skip the first chain. In the second chain, make a slip stitch. In the third chain, make 1 single crochet. In the fourth chain, make 1/2 double crochet. In the fifth chain, make 1 double crochet. In the sixth chain, make 1 double crochet. In the seventh chain, make 1 triple crochet. This forms one long pointed sepal blade. Now we will attach the sepal point back to the base. Now return to the magic ring base. Skip 1 stitch. And slip stitch into the next stitch to secure the sepal point. Give it a light tug to tighten. From this same point, chain the next 7. And continue the exact same process for making the sepal points around the circle. You will repeat this until you have created 6 sepal points in total, evenly spaced around the ring. Now slip stitch into the very last chain. Give it a light tug to tighten. And chain 1 to secure. Cut the yarn with the preferred length. Pull the yarn through the loop and give it a light tug to tighten. And that's it. Your sepal for the red rose is complete. My magic ring is a bit big, so I am giving the magic ring yarn a light tug to make it smaller. So the middle hole of the magic ring is small. This part should go inside, which is the invisible part. This is the part which should be seen. Now we have both petal and sepal. And let's make it a complete rose. To join both together, we need stem. And for the stem, I am using a used refiller of a pen which is flexible and was readily available in my scrap. Begin at the narrow end of the strip. I am using a glue to stitch everything together. If you have hot glue, that is the best to use. I am using a random glue I have at home. Apply a bit of the glue to the tip of the stem. Stick the end of the petal to that part. Secure all the loose ends at this point. Roll it tightly at first to form the inner bud. As you continue rolling, apply the glue wherever it is needed. Let the petals flare out naturally. You can keep it tight for a smaller rose or keep it looser for a fuller bloom. Apply some glue to this portion also to secure the end. Naturally curled petals are now ready. Once your rose is fully rolled, place the sepal underneath the rose so the points fall outward around the flower by inserting the stem through the middle hole formed by the magic ring. You can angle the sepal points up or down depending on how realistic you want it to look. And finally, glue them according to how you angled it. Remember to secure the remaining yarn inside while gluing. Once the base is glued, Continue with the sepal points. Take your time here. The sepal is what hides the stitching and gives the rose its finished shape. This is how it looks like after attaching petal and sepal together. Now we will secure the stem. You can use green yarn or brown yarn or any color you want. I am simply using a brown yarn because I already made some flowers using brown as stem color. You can use however you feel right. Apply some glue from right under the sepal region to the end of the stem. And start wrapping the stem with the yarn. Cut the yarn when you reach the end of the stem, and gently press the yarn against the glue to secure the end. Now gently open the petals with your fingers to shape the rose. Adjust the sepal points, spread them slightly, and check that everything feels secure. And here it is, your finished crochet red rose. Every petal, every stitch, and every detail comes together beautifully. Thank you so much for following this full tutorial. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below what you'd like to see next. Happy crocheting, and I'll see you in the next video.